Well, hello, grade 3 and 4. Welcome back to campus. We've spent a long time at home and we're finally back at school. I hope you're all settling in well and that you're all doing good. So far this term, we've been going through the book of Matthew. We've been looking at the stories, we've been looking especially at Jesus. You may remember, if you've been watching along through all the devotions, we started with chapter 1, and that was looking at where Jesus came from, who he was. Then we moved on to Jesus' baptism in the Jordan, and then we saw that he got tested by Satan in the desert. And then over the last few weeks, we've been looking at some of the teachings of Jesus. We've looked at what it means to love our enemies, what it means not to worry, and what it means to enter in through the narrow gate and to build our life upon the rock. Today we're going to be looking at Matthew chapter 8. And we'll be looking at the faith of a Roman soldier. Now, back then, someone who led Roman soldiers was called a centurion. They would often lead a group of soldiers, and they would lead them on, military campaigns. But today we read that there's this really special Roman soldier. He's very powerful. Maybe he's got a helmet and armor. He might even carry a spear. And he comes and he asks Jesus a question. So, let's read from Matthew chapter 8, starting at verse 5. When Jesus had entered Capernaum was a city, a town, like Werribee. A centurion, who's a Roman soldier, came to Jesus asking for help. "Lord," he said, "my servant lies at home, paralyzed, suffering terribly." Jesus said to him, "Shall I come and heal him?" But the centurion replied, "Lord, I do not deserve to have you come under my roof, but just say the word and my servant will be healed. For I myself am a man under authority, with soldiers under me. I tell this one go, and he goes, and this one come, and he comes. I say to my servant, do this, and he does that." When Jesus heard this, he was amazed and said to those following him, "Truly, I tell you, I have not found anyone in Israel with such great faith." Okay, so what we saw there is that a powerful soldier who often tells people what to do came to Jesus asking for a request, that his friend would be made well. But rather than bringing Jesus all the way to the sick man, the centurion told Jesus, just say that he will be well and healed, and he will be. You see, he had great faith in Jesus and his healing ability. Let's watch a short video on this teaching now.
Jesus heals the servant of a Roman officer, a miracle that Jesus did. One day, an officer of the Roman army came to Jesus and asked him for help. "My servant is sick and will probably die soon." Jesus offered to come to his house and see the servant, but the officer declined. "I am not worthy for you to enter my house." He knew that Jews were not allowed to be in the house of a person with another faith. He continued, "I know that you have the power to heal my servant without even touching him." Jesus was impressed by the great faith of the officer. "In all of Israel, I have not found a man with a faith this huge. Go, your servant is healed." In that moment, the officer's servant was completely healed.
Yeah!
Well, boys and girls, that was a short video depicting and describing what we read today from Matthew chapter 8. You see, Jesus had the power to heal, but he didn't have to be right next to the person to heal them. He could actually just say the word and the person would be healed. And the Roman army officer believed that. I wonder if you believe that too. Maybe you can spend a little bit of time now discussing these things in class. We've had a shorter devotion today, but maybe you can talk through a few questions. Maybe the first question is, what do you have faith in? Maybe that's something you can talk about. Or, Why do you think faith is important? Maybe you can have a discussion as a group about what these things mean. Anyway, welcome back to school. I hope you're having a great week so far, and I can't wait to see what we're going to be learning from the book of Matthew next week. Bye for now.